federal grand jury indicted former President Donald Trump on charges of mishandling classified documents. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Christine Spiro. This marks the second time in history a former or current president has ever been indicted, both cases against Trump.
Fox 5 anchor Russ Spencer at the live desk. Russ, what do we know about the case against him?
Well, Tom and Christine, the former president posted on social media himself that he had been indicted. He says he's due in a Miami federal courthouse to address the charges on Tuesday. The indictment comes after a months-long special counsel investigation into whether Trump broke the law by holding on to hundreds of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. In an interview earlier tonight, Trump's attorney said the indictment includes charges for crimes under the Espionage Act. Now, prosecutors have said Trump took roughly 300 classified documents to Mar-a-Lago after leaving the White House. That includes some 100 that were seized by the FBI last August. Now, before the news came down earlier tonight, former Vice President Mike Pence spoke about the gravity of this kind of indictment.
The unprecedented action of a federal indictment of a former president of the United States, I think, would be extraordinarily divisive in our country, and I think it would send a terrible message to the wider world. But again, let me be very clear. No one's above the law. And if the Department of Justice chooses to move forward with an indictment, I would hope that it would meet the very high threshold.
Former President Trump said he is innocent and called this a dark day in the country, said the Justice Department is being weaponized. The Justice Department says it is moving additional resources to Miami ahead of Tuesday's expected court appearance. Tom, back to you.
It'll be so interesting to see how all this plays out on Tuesday next week, Russ. Thanks. The case adds to deepening legal jeopardy for the former president. A New York grand jury indicted him for falsifying business records back in April, and he could face charges here in Atlanta. A recent letter suggests that Fulton County DA Fani Willis may seek indictments against somebody in the efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential results in Georgia. The letter suggests a decision in early to mid-August. Her exact targets are not known.